Hello everyone. So yes, my voice is audible for you. Okay, I think my voice is audible for all. Okay, so we start our session. So there is some technical issue. That's why the delay. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, yeah. Yesterday we have finally we have left with the classes, right? So this is the last date for the JavaScript beginners programs. Okay, so today we're going to continue with those ES6 concepts. We're just going to continue with that, and once we done that, once we completed that, that's it for the beginners level. Then you can look into the all the advanced concepts that obviously required for the JavaScript. You need to look into it. So the last class what we have discussed till the classes. So how to, by using the classes, how we can create an uh, object. So that is what we have discussed. So now we're going to little bit go deeper into that. Like we're going to see about what is the class inheritance, and then we move on to some other concepts that comes to ES6 that we're going to discuss, right? So array iterators, array methods we have discussed yesterday itself, like the map filter and all. So we are not seeing that now. So we move on to the next one and we're going to see that. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah, we will go for this, and I just open my JS bin. Okay, so we yesterday what we have discussed is how to create a class, right? So how to create a class, and how, by using that, how we can able to work with the object. So let's see. So basically classes are what? Classes are the blueprint, right? Classes are going to be the blueprint for creating object, right? So this is going to be the blueprint for creating an object, and this is going to be the syntax. This is going to be the syntax, right? So the next what we going to like, just a minute. Yeah, so the next what we need to do, this is constructor method, and this is for the properties, and here we will give what all are the methods that we want, right? So let's we create it, and then we move on to the next one. So I just simply say starting. Okay, simply say starting, and here we go with brand name, whatever you want to give the property you can give. I just go with brand. I just simply say this dot brand equal to brand. So if I want to create, and here the starting is what it is need to do, instead of starting I just say start, and it need to, someone calls this method, it need to return it. And here I just going to say return this dot brand is starting, like this. Okay, so this dot brand like this is what we're going to do. And I just going to say about const. So let's see how we can able to create that object. So I just say const core. This is going to be const core1, and here I use the new keyword. And we already see that for constructor function it is good to give caps to differentiate from normal object and classes, like that. So I just give the core, and here we can give the brand. It's going to be od. So once I, after I giving this, after I given this, what we can say, what we can do, we can log it in the console to check whether the object is created or not. I just say core.core1. Once I done it, if I run it, you can able to see the core object is created. So if I use core1.start, then what it is going to be, it is going to create it. So this solves the problem that we actually have. What is the problem? The repetition that has happened. And you can able to see that by using this blueprint, we can able to create, we can able to create how much, like whatever the object that I want to create, more than 10,000, whatever, it depends upon, right? So how many object I want to create, I can able to create with a single line of code. I can able to do that, right? So let us look into that. So here also not a problem. Let us look into another case. What is the next case? Maybe, for example, I need to create an object. Those objects are exactly the same. Those objects are exactly look like the same, but it has some add-on feature. For example, here it has start, right? So it has start method. So meanwhile I'm having an another, I'm going to create, I just going to follow the same structure for bike object. So here we have car object, right? I need the same blueprint for bike object with some additional thing. What is the additional thing is going to be? I need to add some new method. The new method is going to be what we can say the price of the bike. So I just here the property is going to be price of the bike, and here what I need to do, I need to create another method that is going to be mileage. So if I say mileage, it is going to be like what is the mileage that it is going to give, that I need to add. So but all other thing, like if I say start, it need to do the exactly the same thing. If I say constructor, and it is going to do the same thing, right? So if I want to create a blueprint for bike, then if I want to copy and paste it, and what we will say, it is copy here and I paste it here, and here we will give another property. What is the property that we give? We see about like price. This is going to be the another property. I just give the price, and here we can do the same thing for creating the object. So here I just, instead of brand, I just say if someone call for this dot price, mention whatever the price that is given by the object. So like this, right? So and then I need another method. So what is the method is going to be? I just say mileage is going to be the method. Mileage is going to be the method. Don't care about the spelling. Even I don't know what is the spelling for that. Okay, don't care about that. And return. And here I just say this dot brand is what we can say. We can simply say is 40 kilometer per liter, like this, something like this. So if I want to use this for car, I need to make this to bike. So I just say bike. This is going to be bike, right? So but here this is how we do, right? So if I go here and here I just say console.log, it will be there, and before that we need to create an object. If I just say const bike1 equal to, here I just simply say new, it's going to be bike, and here I just give something like Duke, and price is going to be something around this like this. Okay, so I just going to give the console log. Here I just mentioning it as bike one. So let's see here, and we will check it. We can see the brand and price is there, and these all are also available. Like if I say bike one dot mileage, right? If I run it, Duke is 40 kilometer per liter. It is working, right? So then our object is created. But what is the problem here? You can see the repetitions, right? The brand is exactly the same. Here I given for the car, and the start it's exactly the same. That is I given for the car. So what I did, I will again I'm creating that. Instead of doing this, what we can able to do, we can inherit the parents, we can able to inherit this class. For example, what is mean by inherit? So we can able to use whatever inside this class or car object, we can able to use it for bike also, but also we can able to add some other extra things also. How can I do this? Instead of doing copy and pasting and creating a new object, new classes, instead how I can do this, right? So let us, because this is a serious problem. Why we are created the class? The reason for is every time I'm creating a new object, I'm copy and pasting it. That is not good. So if I create a classes, then I can able to create, I can able to avoid the repetition. I can able to create a number of object with myself, right? So that's same like that. So here the same thing. If I want to create another class, again I need to copy it and I need to do it. That is not good way, right? So we have something called as inheritance. By using the inheritance, we can able to inherit the parents. So where we are inheriting, so we can able to inherit from the parents methods, property and all. We can able to do it. How can I do this? Exactly the same thing I need to do. So here we remove whatever we copied it, we remove it, like till here we remove it. So this is the class that I'm having, that is for car. I need to create the class for bike. And how can I do it? By using the inheritance. So what you can do, you can say class. What is the class you need to create? Bike. And what the keyword you need to use here is extends. So if you use the extends, you are going to tell this class is extension of what, extended from this class core. So you need to simply tell like this, and after that constructor, you need to tell the constructor, it's constructor. Okay, so and here you need to mention what are the property you need. So what are the property we need? Brand. And what are the next thing what we need? We need price, right? So here what we going to do, instead of writing this dot brand, it is already available, we already returned it. So what we can say, super, this is going to be a method, and what the super method will do, the super method, it is used to access the parents properties and method. Okay, so if I use the super method, we can able to access all the parents properties and method, this dot brand, this dot start, we have access for it. So simply inside this method you tell what you're going to use, that is going to be brand. So what it is going to do, it is going to access it. And for price is not here, right? Price is not here, it is newly one. So what I need to do, I need to write it here. If I say someone calls this dot price, and then what I need to do, this dot price, then what I need to do, I need to tell this is going to be price of it, right? This is going to be the price of it, I need to tell like that. And if I use the super method, not only the property we can have access, but also have the method access also, so we can able to use it. So and if I want to use for mileage, and here what we can do, we create mileage method, and here I just going to create return, because this is a new method, we are not creating this start. Why? Because this is already available, we don't want to create it again, right? So I just go for mileage and return this dot brand, plus is 32 kilometer per liter, like this, right? So if I going to use the same thing, okay, I clear it, run it, you can see we can head the 32 kilometer. And if I go and remove this one, if I simply ask for bike and clear run it, you can able to see brand is also created and the bike is also created. But we are not using the repetition here. What we are doing here, we will creating a new class by the extents of this class. So this is going to be the class, and by using this class we are creating this class. So if I want to create some other thing, what I can do, I can able to use either, I have bike right now, I need to go for cycle. So what I can do, if I want to extend from this method, I can able to extend it. So we like this, we can able to avoid it. Okay, good evening, right? So this is what we can able to do it, right? So this is all about classes and classes inheritance. So what is going to be classes? Classes are the blueprint that by using the classes we can able to create objects. And classes inheritance is if I want to create more thing, like if I want to create another class by using the same, this is going to be the blueprint, and exactly the same structure I need to create another class for another object. What we can do, we can use the inheritance property to inherit the properties and methods that are available. So here it is a simple example, but when it comes to real world, we will see some of the things, right? So that is why, that is what here. Okay, so this is all about classes and classes inheritance. Okay, so the second next thing what we're going to see, we're just going to see about arrow functions. So what is going to be arrow function? It's just a syntactic sugar of arrow function. Just a syntactic sugar compared to function. Not only that, it will do some weird things when it comes to object. Okay, so let me see that. Okay, so first is going to be function. So how we create a function? We will create a function. We will create a function two types. One is going to be declaration, another one is going to be expression. So declaration type, we will call the function, declare it directly, and we will give the name for a function. And what we will do, we will write the code for execute, right? Console.log, and here I just say like this. So code to execute, and what you do, you will call the name of it, right? So if you call it, run it, it will be executed. So what is the console? Run it, it will be executed. So this is how the declaration work. What is the expression type? Expression type, storing a function into an variable, right? So JavaScript is a first class citizen programming language, so it treats the functions as everything is first class. So which means we can able to store a function in a variable. So that's what. So I just going to create a const, and here I just say name and name one, and here what we can do, we can declare a function. We can declare a function, and inside the sorry, we can declare a function, and inside the function we can tell whatever we want. And here you can notice I don't give any name for it because it is not needed, and it is not going to work if you created that name here means. Okay, so here I just say like this. Okay, so here we don't have name, right? A function without name is called as anonymous function. So what we are doing, we are storing, we just storing this function into a variable, so we can able to call this name as the function. Okay, so what I can do, I just say name one, I just execution, because this has the function, this has the function. If I say execute, then what it is going to do, it is going to execute the code inside it. If I run it, you can notice we will get something, right? Like this. So this is going to be the arrow function when it's like, sorry, not arrow function, expression type. Okay, so what is arrow function? Arrow functions is like a newly introduced in ES6. We can able to use more syntactic, like we can avoid the syntax and all, we can able to avoid that. Let's see how we can do this. I just say const, I just say name to. Here if I want to create an arrow function here, what is the syntax for this is this, like simply like this is going to be the syntax. We don't want to use the function, and we don't want to give the name and all, we don't want to do that, so we can simply write like this. So this is going to be the arrow function. By using this arrow function, we can able to, here the parenthesis is for giving parameter. Right now we don't have any parameter. Let's say I just give a as a parameter, and here if it is a one liner, we don't want to, and so we don't want to give the curly bracket also. If I say console.log a like this, and here I just go for name 2, and here I just give 6 as the parameter. If I write, you can able to see 6 is displayed here, right? So this will be work. Even if you remove the parenthesis, it will be work. So only arrow will have, only what we have the arrow. So if it is going to be a one liner and you have only one parameter, you can write like this. This is going to be the parameter, and this is going to be the function, and here the code is going to execute. And if you run it, it will be work fine. So if it is a, even you have one parameter, like only one parameter, you can use this. If you have more than one parameter, a comma b, then it will not work. So for that, you need to, what you need to do, you need to wrap it with the parenthesis. Once you do this, this will be work like this, like this. You can able to see 11 here, right? So this is how, this is for the parameter. And also if it is a one liner, you can, without a curly braces and return keyword, you can able to write. But if it is more than a line, you have a block of code, then you need to use the curly braces, and you need to give the return keyword. Right now it is not needed, but for it is more than a line, it has a block of code to execute, then you need to use the return keyword to return it. Okay, so this is going to be, this is going to be for the arrow functions. Okay, hello, hi everyone, right? So this is going to be arrow function. And not only for this, when it comes to this keyword, we have discussed this keyword in the classes, right? So when it comes to this keyword, this arrow functions like change the scope of this keyword. Okay, so by default this is a dynamically scoped in JavaScript, but it will change it. I don't go into that concept. Okay, let us understand what is the syntax and what it will be do. That is fine. And afterwards you are learning some of the advanced concept. After learning the context, all those things you will come to know. Okay, so this is a basic program, we will go for it. Okay, and yesterday we discussed about what is the difference between var, let and const, right? We have also discussed about var, let and const, and we have discussed about what is the difference between why we are not using var and all, we have discussed, right? And also we discussed about the map method, filter methods, and for each method we have discussed that, and that's also comes under what, ES6. Okay, so the next important concept when it comes to ES6 is destructuring. Destructuring. So what is the destructuring means? For example, I just have an array const, not only array, we will see an object also. I just say 1 comma 2 comma like this. This is going to be an array, right? So this is going to be an array. Here I just say this array is num. Okay, we have num array. If I want to destructure it, what is maybe destructure it? Nothing. I need to grab each and every element and I need to store it in different variable, the individual variables. How can I do this? What in normally we do, we will create a variable const a equal to num index 0 and not it's num, okay, and we will do the exactly the same thing for all the index, right? I'm not going to do it for all, just for 3, okay, like this. Okay, so if I just say b and this is going to be c and this is going to be 1 and this is going to be 2, what it is going to do, it is going to grab the value, and store inside this variable. It is going to grab the next value, store inside b, third index to c. If I log the console, this is restructuring. Okay, so we are taking the variable and storing it in a different place. So here I just say console.log a comma b comma c, like this. If I do it, run it, you can able to see 2 undefined 3, like why? Because it is an empty one, right? So nothing is defined, so that's why it's called as undefined. If I say fine, now you can see 2 3 5, right? So likewise we need to, let's just consider I want to destructure for everything. It takes some time, right? Let us consider I have an array with 1,000 values. I need to destructure everything. What can I do now? That's quite time taking process, right? We need to work with, and also we are creating so much of variables that is not good for our application, right? So what I'm going to do, we can use the destructuring. So what is the destructuring is, let's see. Instead of doing like this, you can create const and here you can create an array and here you can tell whatever the variable that you need to create, and here you need to tell what is the array that you need to fetch value from. So here I simply say a comma b comma c comma d comma e comma f comma c f comma g h I, like this. So now what it is going to do, so here we created an array and we are calling this number, right? So this a, it's going to take the value of number 2, which means the index, and this is first index, going to take the value 1. Let us see whether it is working or not. I simply say console.log, I just want to copy this values, copy, go here, paste it here, clear, run it, 2 5 3 4 5, done. Till here done. If I added kl, that's it, we have destructured everything. But you can see the same thing, it's happened, but we have destructured. This is what about destructure. For example, I don't right now, you can able to see the 3 is here, right? I remove the value 3, it is an empty string. So if I run this, you can able to see 2 3 undefined and it going to like this. What can I do now? I don't want this undefined. If it is an empty string, I need to leave it. Then what you can do, you can simply leave a space here. What it is going to do, so the a is going to take the value that comes here first, and b, it's going to take the value that comes next, and it is undefined, I don't want to take the value, so I am also giving an empty string. So it is going to ignore the place, okay, and then c, it's going to take 54, d is going to take 35, and e is going to 4, f is 64, g 56, h 5, I is equal to 756. If I clear, run it, you can able to see it, right? This is all about destructure. When it comes to destructuring, this is all about that, right? So this is how we use destructuring for arrays to destructure it. Okay, so the next thing what we going to do, the same thing how we can do for object destructuring. So I just go for object const for what we can create name, I just say not 8, like this, and we can go for name price. Right now this is enough, right? So our is registered or eg is registered, like this, and here I just say true, like this. Okay, so let us consider this is an object that I need to destructure. In normal case, what we will do? Exactly the same. Const car name equal to RD. Const car price equal to car dot name, car dot price. Like that we will say. How? Const car name equal to car dot price. So car dot name. So now what is happening? In car dot name, I taking this value and I store it in a car name. So if I say console.log car name, here run it, you can get the audio, right? So this is what we will destructure it. And if I for price, I need to do the car price and I need to do it. By destructuring, how we can able to do it? Remove this const for destructuring an object, curly braces, they are square bracket for array, here curly braces, and tell what you need to destructure, where you need to destructure from the core, what all are the properties that you need to destructure, but make sure you need to give the exact name of the property to destructure. Here it is an we are accessing by their index, so we give abc like that, but here we are accessing by their keys, so we need to tell the keys. For example, what all are the properties that we are want? Name, price is rigid, like this. And if we go for console.log name, price is rigid, like this, what's going to happen? We're going to get name and price, and is rigid, we will get it. You can see we will get I get the name and price, but here no. The reason, because here the key is case sensitive, so you need to give the exact value for it, right? You need to give the exact thing that you need to call it. So if you give it, because I already said that for destructuring an object, you need to call the exact name of what is the object property is going to be. Now it is going to be right, it is working fine, right? So now what we need to do, how I can able to change the name of it. For example, I have name, but I don't want simply name. I need to change the name key to car name. How can I do it? You can use this colon, and here you can tell what the name you want. So the name I want is car name, like this. So once I done with this, run it. ASB out? No. So which means it is not able to find. So here I just going to change the name with core name. Now if I clear and I run it, you can see we will get it. So if you want to change the properties name, then use the colon and you need to give the car name and price. You can able to change it to car price, and further it will be changed to the variable that it is access the key, and it is going to change it to car name. Okay, so this is how it is going to change it. You can able to use it according to your wish. You can able to do that. Okay, so here comes the next thing. What is the next thing? What if I have a nested object or nested array? What is mean by that? For example, I can say EMI, something like this. Okay, just for fun, I just say EMI, and here I just going to create an array. So we know that objects and arrays, we can able to hold an array inside an object and object inside an array. That is possible. So I have EMI, and here I just going to say a number like this and like this. Right now I need to access this 40,000. How can I do it? How can I just want only 40,000 and I need to store it in a second month EMI. So like we can say yes month 2, like EMI 2, like that we need to store it in. How can I do that? First we need to destructure it, right? So what I going to do, I just going to remove it. So what is the thing that I want to destructure from core is EMI. The only thing I need to destructure is EMI. I just call the EMI. Okay, here we will go, here we will remove this core, and here I just use the EMI, and if I run it, you can able to see it is an array. So once it is done, once now it is returning this only, right? But I want exactly this one. What you need to do now, you can follow the array destructuring. Yes, of course you can follow the array destructuring. How? For array destructuring, what you do, you just want to give the colon and just give the square bracket, and here I don't want the first one, I want the second one. So I just ignoring it by giving empty in the namespace. And what I want this one. So what is going to be? This is going to be EMI2. That's it. I just want the second one. So that is why I just ignored it, right? So I just ignored it. This is fine. So if I call for EMI2 and clear, run it, you can get the 40,000. So how it has happened? First EMI, I'm going to destructure from an object. So I just calling the EMI, it is get destructuring this one. So now it is going to be an what array. So I just use the colon. If I use the colon, I can able to either I can able to change the name and I can go inside it. So here I just go inside it, and here now it is going to be an array. So I'm using the array destructuring method. I use the square bracket. I don't want 30,000, so I just removed it, and I want 40,000. I just ignored it by giving empty, and I just want the EMI2, and this is going to take the value of it. And inside this, if I have exactly the same thing, inside this array, I have an object. Here I just say is approved. Okay. Is approved. Is no. I want this no. What I can do? Exactly the same. So like right now, first we need to go for EMI. We will go with step by step. First I'm accessing the EMI. If I run it, you can able to see we have this array, and inside that we have an object. So now what I need to do, I need to go for this index. I need to go for the this index, right? So what is the index? It's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is my index. So I just go inside it. Here first value I don't want, give a comma. Second value I don't want, give a comma. Third value I don't want, give a comma. Fourth value I want it, right? So here I just want it, so I just say what we can say, license, lic, like this. So if I call for lic, now you can see an object, because right now we destructured till here, we destructured till here, right? So if I clear, run it, you can able to see like we can able to do this. Now I need to go inside and I need to fetch this one. How can I do it? Go inside it. For fetching an object, you need to call exactly the key. What is the key is going to be? I just go and call the key exactly it is. And once I done with that, once we done with this, like this is going to be an, like not here, this is going to be an object. We need to destructure like this. Okay, so this is going to be an object like this. So once we get this, I need to go inside and I need to fetch this is approval. So once I done with that, I just going to copy this and I just paste here, run. Okay, I think we missed out something. It is going to be an slice. Okay, like this is going to be the slice, and here it is going to be an object, and we need to go for this, I think. Okay. Why it's not working? Okay, so till now we have sliced this, right? So okay, slice. This is going to be an object. If I want to, just a minute, I just create the another const. Okay, just for checking const, and here what I can say is approved. And this is going to be lice. From lice, it is called this one, and if I run it, we can get the no, right? But inside it is not working. Why? I just go for is approved and I call it here, comment this one. I think this is because of the JS bin. Just a minute, we will do the same thing here inside our console. Just go here, clear it, inspect, conserve, clear, paste it here. Okay, so here also it is showing like what is the error that we have. Oh, it is have the syntax error that we already faced. So this is going to be an object only. So just a minute. It's like okay, okay, okay. I just going to copy this code and I going to paste again. The change what we can make, we give the semicolon, and once we give the semicolon, and we can able to see this is here, right? Yeah, here also it's making an error. I don't know why. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, let us see. We will create another object here. Okay, so what I can do, I can create another object is register, and here I just creating another object. And here what I can do, I just creating another object. Here we can use this is approve, yes, is approves, yes. And if I try to destructure it whether it is working or not, I just go for the yes. And here we will go, instead of doing this, we will see destructure an object inside an object. Let's see what I can do. I just go for const, and here I just go for is reach. Here we can give the or. Okay, once I done it, run like console.log, and here we go for the is reach. It's rich. Once we done it, run it, we will get this object. If I want to further destructure it, you just want to call the colon and you need to tell what you need to do. This is going to be isapprove, and you can further destructure it. And it's going to be isapprove. You can further destructure it. And we will get the yes. The same thing, if I make this for an array, let me check it for array. I think we made a mistake in array only. If I check it for array, so here what I need to do, I just remove this one. It's going to be car, and here it's going to be an object. So I just say is re is or eg. It's going to be is regis, and inside this I will say okay. So this is going to be an array, and here it is going to be an object, and inside this we will place the object of it, right? We will place the object of it. So the first array that we need to access, so I just say a. So here we will go for the a. If I do this for restructuring, we need to use the colon. If we do this, we will get the array. So inside this array, I need to go for an object, and that is going to be isapprove. And this is not working. So okay, I think we need to put this one. Copy and we paste it. No, this is not. I know that. Okay, so I think I'm facing problem with the array destructuring inside, and inside this method. Other than that, everything is work. So what I can do, just a minute. Okay, so the only problem is we are not able to destructure this one, right? So, okay, so once we done this, once we done this, what we can do, once we done this one, so if I go for A, now we will get a simple array. So from this, we can able to do what we can do, we can able to destructure it, right? So, but we can able to do that also. And something is happening here. I will look into after that. Okay, so for now, you just what you can do, you just this is going to be an object. So just use the is approved, it's approved here. And what you can do, you can destructure from here like this. So once you do like this, now you can able to destructure it, and you will get minimalize the destructure declaration machine initialization destructuring tech. What does mean by that? Like this is, and this is going to be a, okay, it's going to be equal to, if I run, we will get the yes. Okay, so likewise we can able to do it. So the only thing is, when it comes to array, you need to use the square bracket for destructuring it, and you need to give your own name. But when it comes to object, then you need to give the exact same thing it. And if you want to go inside, you need to use this semicolon for doing that. Okay, so you can able to do this. Okay, I will check what is the error that we will face inside inside an array destructuring an object, that we will discuss that. Okay, so the next thing what we need a spread operator. So what is the spread operator is going to be? It is easy to copy and paste the array and the array values easily. For example, I have two things. I just have const number. Here we have 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma like this, and I have creating another number const number 2, and here I just going to say another value like this. So if I want to copy and paste, I just want to copy the values, I just want to copy the values of it, then what I can do, we can use this one, right, spread operator here. Okay, so how can I do that? Means const, if I say number 3, this is going to add two things. So how I can do this means, instead of calling the name and adding that, doing that, you can use the copy pasting this one. We can use the three operators. What does this will do? It will shadow copy the arrays and all. So if I say number 1, and what I can say is just give a comma, and you need to copy the next array, just use the three dot, go use the number 2. This is going to be the spread operator. Once you're done with that, call for console.log number 3, and we will get the combined version of all this array, right? So what does it do? If I use this three operator, it is going to copy everything, like it is going to copy the values in an array, so it will be used. Okay, so like we can able to use this for destructuring. If I use the same thing in destructuring, then it is called as rest operator. So what it will do, for example, if I want to destructure these values, so how we can do, we know we know that we discussed that, we know we already discussed that how we can do that. I simply say const, I just simply say const. What I going to do, I just want to destructure from the number. Okay, so what is the destructure value that we can give here? 1, 23, 45, and here it is that this is what I need to destructure. So I need to create this one separately, this one separately, and these two things as an array. So then what I can do, I can say a comma b, and now a is going to get the value 1, b is going to get the value 23, and I have 45 and 4 3 5 6. So now what I can do, I can use the three rest operator, and it will like the same thing. What it will do, it's going to copy the rest of the value, and it's going to store it in a single array. Like we can simply say extra. So So if I say triple dot extra, then what it is going to do? This is going to take all the array that is remaining here. Okay, so let's see how it is working. If I say console dot log a comma b comma and I use extra like this. Clear run, you can get one is taken and one three is taken, and it is going to take all the values that we have in this array. So it is going to take it. Okay, so this is going to be the rest operator when we can able to use this in here. The same thing it is also happened for object. Okay, so this is going to be the last topic that we're going to discuss in the year 6. So what is going to be that object? How can we copy and paste an object? For example, I have an object. I just going to create an object const car equal to and body, and here it's going to be color is equal to yellow like this. So the next what I'm going to do, I just going to create const car2 equal to, and here I just going to create another thing. Here instead of brand I say like company, it's going to be OD, something like this. And here I just give the color. Okay, color is going to be blue. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create another car, simply car3. This is going to be the combination of car1 and car3. So what I just going to use is an object copy car, just give a comma, and then car2. Now what it is going to do, it is going to copy the car1 and copy the car3 if I use the rest operator. Let's see what is happening here. If I use the, if we use the console.log car3, you can get brand, it is Audi, company Audi, and you can see color is only blue. We are not getting this yellow. So what is happening here? So when we are shallow copying the, like by using the rest operator, we are copying the two objects. So if both the object has same key, you can see here it is a color and here it is a color. So both of them have the same key, which means so one is going to get overwritten. So this is first it is going to copy it, and once followed by this, if I copy it, and whatever the property, the color property yellow is here, and the yellow is going to replace by the color property blue. It is going to replace it. The same thing if I just first I'm copying car2 and then copy one. Now what it is going to do, now we have company and color, it is the first, and that is going to overwritten with the brand and color. So the if the color match, then what it is going to do, it is going to replace the value of that property. So now instead of blue we will get yellow, right? Because this is firstly copied and this is next copied, right? So this is what happening. So when it comes to destructuring, this is what happening. So that is why that is the only thing we need to look into it when it comes to using the spread operator with the objects, so like shallow copying and all. Okay, so this is going to be the next thing. So what is the next thing that we have? The final thing is ternary operator. Ternary operator. So what is going to be the ternary operator? So ternary operator is like a syntactic sword of if else class. For example, I have what the conditional statement will do. I have let age equal to 18. So if I want to, if age is triple equal to 18 or double equal to, no problem with that. Okay, so if double or triple equal to 18, here I just say console.log, and here it is say you are allowed to vote, right? Like this. Or otherwise what we can say, else this is going to be console.log. Here we can say you are not allowed to vote, like this. So this is what we will do. So it's a control, it is a flow of control that we will do it. And once we done this, if we clear run it, you can able to see it, what is going to happen, you can able to do. I want to The ternary operator is going to do exactly the same thing, but it is a syntactic figure of this if else. Okay, we can write within a line. How can I do this? Just say const result, and I just say this is a variable, and whatever the result that we're going to get, it is going to come here. So what I'm going to do? Nothing. Two things. One is I just comment this one. I need to check the condition. Syntax is very simple. I need to check the condition and use this question mark. This is the syntax for curly braces. And if the condition is true, whatever the code that you need to write here, you can be tell. And if the condition is false, you can tell here. So what is the condition that we have? Age is triple equal to 18, not triple equal to 18, is greater than 18, is greater than 18. Then what the code I need to run? If it is true, then it's going to be console.log you are allowed. Remove, paste it. And if it is false, then what you need to do? You need to say console.log you are not allowed. Like this. It's a console.log result. You can see you are not allowed. Like age is not greater than 18, it is greater than, it is equal to 18. I just say greater than or equal to 18. If I run it, you will get that you are allowed, right? So it is going to do that. It is going to do that for, okay. So that is what happening when it comes to ternary operator. So it is a like just a syntactic figures for that. You don't want to like it is not going to return anything, like you are not able to do this. Like we just remove this, and you can see this is going to be the one liner that we are having. Like this is going to be the one liner. So it will check for the condition, and what it is going to do, I just go for the question mark. If it is true, this code will be executed, or otherwise this code will be executed. Exactly the same thing what this one do, it is going to do that. For example, here we can say true, clear, run it. You can see you are allowed. False, clear, run it. You can see you are not allowed. Okay, so this is what exactly do, and you can check whatever the condition you want, like user. I just say simply user. So here I just given user, and here I'm checking for the user is valid. So if the user is valid, then we going to, I just going to send the value as true. So I just say simply true, and here I just say you are go to dashboard. Okay, because the user is valid user. If the user is not a valid user, then you need to go for the what, registration page. Likewise you can able to do it. Okay, so this is going to be the ternary operator and the lost concept in the ES6. And that's it. We have covered all the concepts that's required for you learning any of the frameworks and all that. We will cover that. And one more update hits here. So tomorrow we're going to have an huge 12 hours of web development workshop in our channel from morning 9 a.m. to evening 9 p.m. We are going to cover the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js. Till that we're going to cover it. And if you are new here, just attend that webinar. If you are new for web development and if you want to learn from scratch, then just attend the 12 hours of webinar. It will give a lots of information regarding that, and you can able to grab it as soon as possible. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me here. Okay, so we will end the session within a minute. Okay, so and for this 12 hours, not only the workshop, the companies has been announced around triple, like 199 worth of free gift is going to be there. And if you are participated in the workshop, if you want that, you will going to get around 2000 rupees free worth gift voucher is you going to get, like some special gifts that is mentioned by the company tomorrow. You can check it out to tomorrow live class and you will get it. And this information will be shared in the WhatsApp group. You can check it out, or you can directly contact us in the LinkedIn page, and anywhere you are calling that, we will give the regarding information and all. Tomorrow 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 12 hours of boot camp. If you are there, 2000 rupees special both gift is going to be there for you, for special persons who are performing well in this workshops and all. Okay, so see you in that workshop, guys. Thank you so much. So this is the WhatsApp group. If you are not in the WhatsApp group, you can join the WhatsApp group. More information will be shared in this WhatsApp group, and you can be able to get contact with us. Okay. See you. Thank you. Thank you so much.